I had just gotten back to my lakeside property when something felt off. The gate was slightly open, and my dog wouldn't stop staring toward the cellar. That's when I heard a strange noise coming from underground. I knew right away someone wasn't supposed to be there. This land isn't just mine, it's clearly marked private property. There are signs everywhere. Impossible to miss, but some people think rules don't apply to them, and I was about to find out exactly who. I walked toward the old root cellar behind the house. It's been there for decades. Built deep into the hillside. I barely use it anymore, but I keep it locked, or at least I thought I did. The door was cracked open, and the lock was hanging loose. That wasn't normal, not even close. Someone had forced their way inside, and now they were still in there. I peeked inside and saw her, a woman, digging through my stored supplies like she owned the place. No permission, no hesitation, just pure entitlement. I didn't yell. I didn't argue. I just stepped back and slowly shut the door. Sometimes the smartest move is the quietest one, and a harder plan click. That sound echoed louder than anything else. She was now locked inside, and she had no idea what was coming next. Seconds later, the yelling started. She demanded to be let out like she was the victim, but breaking into someone's property has consequences, and this time, she couldn't walk away. I stepped away and called the police. No stress, no panic, just facts. I explained everything clearly, and they said they were already on their way. Within minutes, I saw the patrol car pull up. 2 officers stepped out. Already assessing the situation, I pointed them toward the cellar and waited for everything to unfold. The officers listened carefully as I explained everything. I showed them the broken lock and the forced entry. They exchanged a quick glance. This wasn't their first time dealing with someone like this. One of the officers stepped forward and knocked hard. He announced himself clearly. The yelling inside stopped for a second. Then it came back even louder. She started yelling about being trapped, claiming she was the victim in all this. But the officers weren't buying it. They had heard every excuse before. The officer unlocked the door slowly. Both of them stayed alert, just in case. The moment it opened, everything escalated. She stormed out, pointing straight at me, accusing me like I had done something wrong, but her story didn't hold up. Not with the evidence right there. The officers asked her simple questions. Why she was there, how she got in. Her answers kept changing, and that only made things worse. They inspected the lock. Closely, clear signs of forced entry. No doubt about it. This wasn't a misunderstanding. She crossed her arms, getting defensive, still insisting. She'll had a right to be there. But ownership is simple, and this land wasn't hers. I stayed calm the entire time, no arguing, no raised voice, just letting the facts speak for themselves. Sometimes that's all you need. One officer explained it clearly. She had entered private property without permission and forced her way inside a locked structure. That's when reality finally started to hit her. Her tone started to change. The confidence faded quickly. No, she looked more worried than angry. The situation had flipped completely. The officers made their decision. They moved in calmly. No drama, no chaos, just procedure. She was escorted toward the patrol car, still trying to argue, under her breath. But it didn't change anything. The outcome was already set. The door shut behind her, and just like that, it was over. A situation that could have been avoided if she had just respected boundaries. One officer thanked me for staying calm and said I handled it the right way. No escalation, no unnecessary conflict, just smart decisions. I nodded and watched them finish up. That tension in the air was gone. Now everything felt normal again, like it should have been from the start. The patrol car pulled away slowly, leaving behind nothing but quiet. The lake, the trees, everything peaceful again, just the way I like it. I walked back to the cellar, checked the damage myself. It would need a stronger lock now. Lesson learned. I replaced it with something better, stronger, more secure, because once is enough. I wasn't taking chances again. To my dog sat nearby the whole time, still alert, still watching everything. Animals sense things before we do, and today, Peeb was right. By the evening, everything was quiet again. The sun started to set over the lake. It felt like just another day, but it definitely wasn't. I sat down for a moment thinking about how quickly things escalated, all because someone ignored a simple rule. Respect private property. The signs were always there, clear and visible from every angle. There was no confusion, just a choice to ignore them. Looking back, she must have planned it, walked past every warning sign, chose to break in anyway, and thought she'd get away with it. But some people underestimate consequences. They think nothing will happen until it does, and then it's too late. That night, everything was locked tight. More secure than ever before. No chances, no risks, just peace of mind. I even added a camera nearby, just in case anyone got ideas again, because prevention is always better than dealing with problems. Later my dog finally relaxed too, lying down like nothing ever happened. But I knew better today. Could have gone very differently. The next morning felt fresh, like a reset. Everything back to normal, just the way I prefer it. I took a walk along the lake thinking about everything again. Some lessons come easy, others not so much.